Okay, so this is my Fundamentalist slash Holy Damage PvP build. This is everything that I used in it. Flask, it's Holy Damage and, Crimson Bubble Tier for a bit of survivability. I change off of Shard of Alexander to mark a Source Seal later on. The stats. And something interesting I found out was Sacred Rings of Light isn't a Fundamentalist Ash of War, even though it should be, because it looks exactly like Discus of Light. So, it's like, they're exactly the same. So I don't know why it isn't a Fundamentalist spell, but the game doesn't say it is. So, which it does for Sacred Order. And it's a Sacred Infused Spear, so I can't use Order's Blade. And because of my stats, if it's not Sacred Infused, it does abysmal damage, and so there's no point in making it standard and then using Order's Blade, because the damage loss is just ridiculous, and I'll show you here. So it's just a massive hit to frickin' damage, so it's just no point in even doing that, So, but the funny thing, this is something I think they should change, is that you can't enchant a weapon with an element, even if it's already enchanted with that element. So I can't use Order's Blade on a Sacred enchanted weapon. But if I use Sacred Order, the Ash of War, I can put that on a Sacred infused weapon, which, if I'm able to do that, why can't I do that with the spells, So there you go. Sacred infused spear with a Sacred enchantment on top of it, but I can't do it with the spell for some reason. So I don't really know why that is a thing. I can get it. I understand it for other things, like maybe you shouldn't, if it's a blood infused weapon, you shouldn't be able to put poison enchantment on it. But I mean, if it's a blood infused weapon, you should be able to put a blood flame on it, But I don't know. I just thought that was odd that that's a thing. It's like, oh, Ashes of War can do something that spells can't, which, is kind of ridiculous, and I think that should be looked at. It just doesn't make any sense to me. But I think that's basically all that I wanted to say before going into it. Oh, one more thing. The first clip that I'll show, it's really short, but it's I think it'll demonstrate how effective the Fundamentalist spell Radigan Rings of Light is. So I'm just going to stop talking and let that play out. To give a little bit more context to that clip, that was taken from a fight where the person was extremely aggressive, and when someone's extremely aggressive and you're using this kind of a setup, it's extremely hard to go against, because all of the spell casts, they lock you in place and they take such a long time to complete, So if someone just decides to rush you down, your only option really is to use a weapon, which is why I have the short spear even equipped, because I would have preferred not to, and I would have preferred to just use the incantations, but I wasn't able to. And that first clip I was trying to use Lift Me Up Proper Death, which, first of all, it does no damage, and secondly, it locks you in a long, like, cast time. So he simply just jumped over the spell, backstabbed me, and then I tried using Radigan's Rings of Light to get him off me, and the rest is history. So, but I just wanted to explain that clip a little. Okay, so I want to explain what's going on in this clip here near the end, because I think it's fairly interesting. Actually fight this guy a second time. The clip right after this is of me losing terribly, because I, did stupid things. But I played this first match fairly well against him. I do nearly die, though. I do have Law of Causality equipped, which after taking a certain amount of hits, you explode, and it kind of, it'll catch people off guard if they aren't expecting it, And something I found was similar to how you can stack up status effects by getting ghost hits on people. The same thing actually happens with Law of Causality.